Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into what has just happened at Old Trafford. United losing to Fulham on penalties. This is Forever United TV, our live show. We usually don't do a late show like this. As you know, my reaction is already out. Jay's is already out as well. I just want to run through the players and give you your chance to get into the chat as well. I obviously haven't replied to anything yet. Just got back from the game. So live now, I just want to go through everything that happened in the game, bring up some stats and some players in particular. And go for your opinions as well in the live chat. So please do get involved. Make sure you've subscribed to Forever United TV. Make sure you've done that so you can get involved in the chat. Get to me in the comments section. Let me know what your thoughts were in particular and any plays you want to bring up. I'm going to do a quick fire live show just to go over everything and see what everybody else saw from the TV. Jay can't be with us tonight because his dog has attacked his laptop. So we're just going to leave Jay to deal with his dog. But there are other issues at hand for Manchester United fans right now. So really, from what I was watching, you all heard what I said outside the stadium. If you haven't already watched my vlog directly from outside Old Trafford, do watch it after we've finished up here. I'm not going to go over too much more than what I've said in that video. I want to see what everybody else is saying about Manchester United. And I just cannot... Again, I'm lost with this team right now. That's the problem. I'm looking at that forward line in particular, and I've got issues. I've just listened to Ruben Amorim's press conference now in full after the game, and he was asked about questions, asked about certain situations that were going on in the game. Has he got anybody fit and available? Apparently, Harry Maguire has got a knock going into the Sociedad game. He seems a little bit flat. He seems a little bit dejected. Obviously, we've seen the comments come out from Wayne Rooney saying that he's naive for saying that Manchester United are aiming to win the league. His response to that was that obviously we're not going to win it straight away. It's stupid to think that we're going to challenge right now or even to the next couple of years. But that is the aim, and we continue going forward. We want to win the Premier League. United are a million miles and some away from winning the league. We know that. That team there today that you can see on your screen is not a challenging side. It's not a top 4 side. It's not a top 6 side right now. It is just deprived of any quality whatsoever. We've got Bruno Fernandes who pulls us out of the shit time and time and time again, and everybody else all over the park is just lost. Asked about situations, I think it was James Ducker of The Telegraph, asked Ruben Amorim in the press conference just then. In years gone by, Manchester United have been throwing everything at a situation like that. Pumping the ball forward, getting the ball moving quickly, but you've got Andre Onana in goal. And obviously, if you weren't at the game, you wouldn't have picked up on this. And this is something that I want to bring in. Andre Onana, in terms of his stats, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there, a 7.5 out of 10. His saves were all right. He did his job tonight in terms of that. But this man is winding up the crowd. And you wouldn't have seen it on TV. And I just wanted to put the point across as if you're looking at reactions from fans inside the stadium, if you were watching back on TV and you were wondering why people are going in on Andre Onana after his performance, the man was just wasting time continuously when United were chasing the game to a point where the Stretford end started to boo Andre Onana, and I'm not bullshitting you in that at all to try and make a point. Everybody knows I really don't rate Andre Onana. I'm not even going to get into his game. I didn't criticise him at all in my matchday vlog, but this actually happened in the game. The fans were booing him because he was just nonchalant, walking around, throwing his hands in the air, telling everybody to calm down. United are chasing the game at this point, and he's winding the crowd up continuously. I don't know any other goalkeeper on the planet that does that. And Ruben was asked that. The media, the press, everybody picked up on it. Anyone who was in the stadium was scratching their head at what this man was doing. He is just on a different planet. And Ruben tried to cover over it again. He's got a big issue with Andre Onana. He really has. He's not going to help him going forward at all. And if he's obviously going to keep on defending him because he's his only goalkeeper at the moment. But again, I think this situation will go away when Altay Bayındır comes back. Because I think he will be number one. I really do. I think it's that bad with Andre Onana. And saves aside and what he did in the game today, he is a different issue right now. And this will all, I feel, be put aside as soon as Altay Bayındır comes back into this Man United side. Because I think that is what is going to happen. United's bench tonight really didn't give Ruben Amorim a chance. Eriksen did his job for a part, but then tired out. Casemiro came on, did his job. But again, another player. Players that we thought were going to be out of Manchester United and we were actively looking to move on in the transfer window in January, actually coming on and doing a job for Manchester United right now. It's scary. It's absolutely scary. And you can see the draw there coming up on your screen. And Manchester United not in it. We would have been at home to Crystal Palace. That's what Manchester United's draw would have been. Another home tie for United. That ultimately is where we're at right now. After that game, a disappointing performance for Manchester United. I don't even know. Like 20 shots, 9 on target. And Chido, when he came on, I felt sorry for the lad, but he was the only one, really, that looked like he was able to create something. He was the only one that actually played as a striker. Manchester United's forwards. I'm just going to go through each individual right now, so we've got them. And then I'm going to come into the comments section with you all. But let's just run through stat-wise what these players actually scored in terms of marks out of 10 for this game, because it's weird, because obviously it's all stat related. So Andre Nana gets a 7.5 out of 10. 4 saves. He's conceded 1 goal. His passing was absolutely abysmal, by the way. It was absolutely desperately poor. I mean, passing accuracy, 57% for a goalkeeper. I'm sorry, that's just bollocks. The shit. It really is. Lenny Yoro, I don't know why he got brought off by Ruben Amorim. I said this in my match vlog. I don't understand the substitutes of Agate and Yoro. I think maybe he's thinking to try and save players for the Sociedad game. Look, United scored after the substitutions were made, so you could probably say vindicated, and Ruben made the right call, but I didn't understand that. Lenny Yoro gets a 6.5 out of 10. I thought he was better than that. Passing accuracy, 82%. 1 of 3 duels won. I think that's a little bit off, to be honest, that one. Harry Maguire, not a bad game. Didn't really do much wrong, to be honest. 7.3, great passing accuracy, good in the duels today as well. I thought Matthias de Ligt was my man of the match, personally. I thought he was an absolute beast. He got an 8 out of 10, so great performance from Matthias de Ligt. I thought he was outstanding. He kept cramping up. He was an absolute warrior. He was carrying a knock as well, so I said this in my vlog outside Old Trafford, concerned, and Ruben alluded to injuries and possible absentees for the Sociedad game. That's a real concern going into that match. We'll keep you up to date with everything that we hear around that game as it goes on. I think we will be able to get access to Carrington this week as well, ahead of that game against Sociedad. So it'd be really interesting to see who actually does turn up for Manchester United, or who leaves on the plane before Thursday. Sorry, we're going out on Wednesday, so it'd be interesting to see who leaves on Wednesday. But look, de Ligt got an 8 out of 10. Mazraoui, again, struggles going forward. Did well today, though, I thought. It was quite solid. 7.2 out of 10 for Mazraoui. Manuel Agate, I thought brought off too early. I really did. Like 53 minutes and Agate comes off. I thought he could have done a bigger job. Obviously, he's going to be starting in the game against Real Sociedad on Thursday for definite right now. At least he's fresh, that's all we can say. But United are out the FA Cup. We're out the FA Cup, that's the problem we've got. Bruno Fernandes, the captain again, another star performance for him. He got man of the match on the TV, I heard, coming out of the stadium. 8.9, that's like a 9 out of 10 for Bruno Fernandes. Again, 3 shots, 3 on target, got the goal, brilliant finish from Bruno. Carrying Manchester United. He really is. That's his 90th goal for Manchester United from midfield today. It's phenomenal. It really is. And no matter what you think of him or how much you hated him, we have talked about this before the show, before the game today as well. He is not liked by a lot of United fan base. I still don't get it why. I don't get why. He literally carries the team. It was literally running on empty. He gave absolutely everything for Manchester United in that game today and deserved his man of the match. Dalot, I've got a big issue with right now. He did one good thing, which was setting up Bruno Fernandes. Everything else, I just don't think he was at it at all. He was piss poor. I'm going to mince my words on the performance of anybody tonight. I'm sick to death of him not being able to pass a ball. His head explodes every time he goes forward. He's just playing suicide balls all over the place. I love his work rate. I love what he does in terms of his passion and what he brings. But we have to start making decisions on quality. And looking into the summer, he's not Manchester United starting right fullback, right wing back, or left wing back. It was criminal. If Dorgu was playing in this game today, I think we were a different team. I really do, because there was opportunities to run in behind Fulham today, and Dalot did it once. And look what happened. We got a cross in and we scored. Dalot poor today. 7.7 for his stats and what he did. Look, I'm not saying he didn't get stuck in and work, but let's not forget, this is a team that played 120 minutes. And really, them stats have been lifted because there's so much more going on. People were finding space. Passing accuracy can get up because they're not playing them dangerous balls and not taking risks. And that's what you need from wing-backs in Ruben Amorim's system. If you're not going to be brave, then you're not going to get anything out of it. All of them players there, them first 6 players, Andre and Anna making it 7, 8 players, that you're looking them there half-decent games. I didn't really think any of them were horrendous, but then it comes to the crunch, and it comes to the business end of the pitch. Christian Eriksen, first game started in God knows how long, playing in his right position, and I thought he impacted the game. I thought Eriksen was good. I thought he was clever. I thought he was precise. And again, you can see it there. In the final third, you've got that 86% passing accuracy there. He had 1 shot as well. Key passes too. He was decent, I thought, Eriksen, for his first time back in. And we have to understand the circumstances. Like, he's not played for a while. He's knackered, the age that he is. And like I said at the top of the show, Eriksen and Casemiro are actually playing a part for Manchester United right now. Tells you exactly what's going wrong at this football club. These are players that we wanted out in January, and we're actively open to trying to sell. And now they're playing in crucial games that could actually salvage Man United's season. It's turned out not to be that way. Again, I'll keep reminding people we are out of the FA Cup, and that avenue into the Europa League has gone. Confidence is shot down to shit again. We're knackered. We're dead on our feet. Fitness levels being called into question. Who's going to be available for this week? It's getting fucking worse at Manchester United. Joshua Zirkzee is where I start with the worst as well. Chido Obi came on the pitch. It literally, which was the best evil to come off? Which was the worst of the evils? Was it Højlund or was it Zirkzee? Zirkzee gets a 6.2 out of 10. I thought he was crap tonight. He is putting a lot of effort in, but his production is zilch. It's nothing. Followed by Rasmus Højlund, just as bad, if not worse. They just don't seem to have the energy. They don't work in the press at all. They just don't get back in position quick enough. And there were moments in that game, and you won't pick up on them. If you were at the ground, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It was just the lethargic nature of just getting back. There were moments that we had, like, it was similar to when Ronaldo was here, when he was just lingering around offside. United were just building a move back up after winning the ball back. And Zirkzee's still in an offside position, and he's struggling to get back. He really is out of his depth. He's getting better, and there are moments in the games where he is actually all right, but he is literally he's struggling. I've seen tweets out, and I've seen stuff come out, and there's one here. I'm just going to bring it up right now that I've seen so far, and I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. This is one that I've seen. Zirkzee truly cares. You can see he's devastated here, as he obviously he was. He missed the penalty. Not blaming him for that. He stepped up. He missed, unfortunately. He's the one who's going to take the brunt of the despair in the penalty shootout because the game finishes on his spot kick. Yeah, he does show he's devastated. And I get that. I get the passion. I like that. He's shown enough recently to believe that there's a good footballer there. High IQ, good on the ball, good link-up, good passes, and needs more intelligent players around him. I'm not seeing that. I'm sorry. I'm not. There have been small improvements with him, but he's not that good a player. His passing was shit today, by the way. It really was. Again, I'm sorry. I'm not mincing my words at all. We've just crashed out the FA Cup at home to Fulham. Again, I'm sick of being sat there and watching half-decent teams to average teams dick United week in, week out at home, embarrassing us on our own pitch. That's what I'm not going for. But they're the marks. I don't even need to get into the substitutes at all. Chido Obi, credit to him. He had more clear-cut chances and created more and got into more goal-scoring positions than Zirkzee and Rasmus Højlund put together. It's painful, that front line. And one thing I said on my match vlog was, I feel sorry for the defence. I think the defence is doing okay. I do. But when we don't score goals, the pressure just keeps on mounting and mounting and mounting every single game. And then when one mistake happens at the back, full-on scrutinisation because it's going to cost us a goal and we end up losing the game. The biggest issue at this football club is number 9, the forwards, the 10s, the creative side of the game, and the goalkeeper. That's an issue. Yes, I understand also the wing-backs because they can't play there. But we've got a solid back three. Aiden Heaven, when he came on, thought he was solid. Thought he had a decent game. I didn't think the substitutes did too bad, to be honest. I thought they were good. Chido was good. Heaven was good. Good to see some teenagers get out on the pitch there and have their chance in their moment. Chido looked really strong. So did Heaven. Fast. Both of them as well. So bodes well for the future. And you know what? With the injury situation, we may see him again. We may see him again on Thursday night. So that was a good thing, I thought. Decent. Let's get into the comments section now, everybody. And tell me what you thought of everything that was going on there tonight. Anyone you want to pick out for good or bad reasons? I'm just going to scroll up because there's a lot gone on. Kaz has said, guys, I've seen loads of comments from the chat, and I'm just going to say, watching it live, you see different things. I agreed. That was from Kaz. Andrew says, I agreed with what you said, Adam. It was crap. Bruno apart, midfield and forward line rubbish. Zirkzee worked really hard. I like him, but his touch and passing was really bad. It was, yes. What forward line are you looking at, Adam? Yeah, there is no forward line, Roddy. You're probably right about that. The best response in Amorim's press response is the aim is to win the Premiership. The man's deluded. I don't think he's deluded. He did sort of talk about what he meant by that, and he did say obviously not anytime soon, but that's the ultimate goal. That is the ultimate goal and what's happening right now. I'm tired of talking about this poorly run football club. They're taking the piss. It says UK Strains. It was boring yet again. The defence did well, just not good going forward. Did we expect anything different today, says Tom? No, I don't think we did. Anana made good saves, so he can't be blamed too much for today. Pens are pens in general, though every player out there gets worried every time he has a shot incoming or just in general having the ball. The saves were easy to make for him today. He just did his job, but unless you were there, you wouldn't understand what I was talking about in him winding up the crowd. The frustration, like, read the room. Read the fucking room, for God's sake. You're at Old Trafford, you're losing, and you're taking your time faffing around the ball, and it was pure faff. He was pissing the United fans off in that game. Like, literally, I'm numb to him. I don't care anymore with him. Honestly, I expect him to be this way. But I tell you what, when you hear the Stretford end booing, I'm raging at him because he's faffing around with the ball and wasting time. That tells you something. It really does. It really does. Peter says, Adam, we're not top 6. We are bottom 4 team. We're just lucky that the other teams, I think that's supposed to say, other team below us are not as good as us, and we are not even great at that. Hard to watch. Stephen Brown says, I think Amorim is done, Adam. He looks broken. These players just don't play Amorim's system. You're about Anana. There was no... You're right about Anana, I think that's supposed to say. There was no urgency, and his distribution was non-existent. It was shit. Garnacho makes wonderful runs, but misses a lot of chances. His conversion rate is shocking. I went in on Garnacho. I'm listening. I said it in my vlog. I'm listening to fans walking out of the stadium, and they're all saying, if Garnacho starts that game, it's Ruben Amorim's fault. Garnacho starts that game, it's a different game. We've got a better chance. It's not that good, guys. Honestly, he's not. He really wasn't that good in that game. Look, there's potential and beyond there. I really do think there is with Garnacho, but his decision making is absolutely awful. It really is. It was shit today. Honestly, when he came on, he didn't do anything. He made the runs. He was direct. He made the effort. But again, his decision-making, he just keeps on missing chances and making the wrong choice in important positions. He does. It sounds like I'm digging him out again, doesn't it? It does. But I'm just saying it because of what I heard fans saying. He wasn't anything more than anybody else. He's getting into better positions, yes, but he's just not picking out the right balls. He's not. He needs to learn quickly. He really does. If he starts getting that right, Garnacho is an awesome player. He really is. But today, just today, I'm just judging this on today. I'm not having to go about anything else. Today, he was crap when he came on, I thought. In terms of the big moments when we needed him, he just wasn't there. Wrong decisions and poor finishing. Again, that is the story of Garnacho's season, though, is it not? That is literally where we're at with him. We need to back Amorim. These players are poor, and we have plenty of injuries to better players. It's getting to that stage again now where we're starting to worry about injuries again. No, this is starting to creep in, and it's going down that same old road again. It's painful. It really is painful. I'm glad we've actually got players that are available for us on Thursday. Like Garnacho's going to play a massive role on Thursday, I think, for United. He really is. He's going to have to. I'm actually considering right now dropping Højlund and playing Chido. I don't want to. He's not ready. But I don't think I can watch. I mean, Højlund may, because it's in Europe and he's got a good record in Europe this season, may actually find his feet. I'm just sick to death of watching him play right now. It's painful. It really is. Chido, by the way, very good moves, a lot to improve, a bit naive, but a very good day for Chido, less so for the team. That's one comment on Chido Obi Martin there as well. Chido Obi had 3 big chances in 52 minutes today. For comparison, Rasmus Højlund has had 3 big chances in 22 Premier League matches this season. First start incoming, question mark, maybe. Alan Shearer on Chido. I like what I see from Chido Obi. I really do. That's from Alan Shearer as well. Ruben Amorim talking about Garnacho says he is good in transition. He creates, he provokes in one-on-ones, which is something we lack in this group. He trains well, and I think he did well today. Ruben backing Garnacho there. Who will play striker going forward? I will choose the best players to win the next match. That was a quote from Ruben as well. Wayne Rooney on Chido Obi as well says, what I've really liked about him is he's put himself in some really good positions. I've been really impressed by him. He looks like the one who could go on and nick it for United. That from Rooney. Obi has been a real handful. He certainly offered more than when Højlund was on the pitch. He's been a nuisance. That from Alan Shearer again. He is really starting to find something, I think, in his little cameos. And there's moments in that game there where he was absolutely bullying defenders. And we're talking about fully grown, normal first-team defenders here. We're not talking under 21s anymore. He didn't have an issue strength-wise at all in that game today, and that is a positive sign. I think we're now going to see a little bit more of Obi. I don't see him going back into the under-18s from this point. Not in the state that we're in right now and what Ruben needs. He needs something else. He needs players. He hasn't got anything available to him. All of them quotes coming out are from the likes of Alan Shearer, from Wayne Rooney, top class strikers from Premier Leagues yesteryear. That's the difference in what we're seeing right now. They're seeing things in Obi that we are seeing. But when you hear it from the best, it does start to make you think even more. I know it's bad, but please give the video a like, everybody. We're not happy United fans right now, but we have to go through all of this painful stuff. We do. Adam, as a forward, Obi looks for space, which is different to Rasmus. He sticks to his position, which is different to Rasmus. He had some good link-up moments as well there with Joshua Zirkzee as well, I noticed, Obi Martin. So the more he sort of gets in here, if he gets a goal, then he's away. He almost scored 2, honestly. I thought the one was in that Leno saved. It was a great save. He's just in the right place. Everything that he was doing and creating and causing a nuisance with was in the 6-yard box. Because we've been crying out for a striker to be in that position for so long right now. And he's there straight away. He's only on the pitch for 50 minutes and he's doing a job there for United. He really is. I am actually looking at him and thinking he can do more of a job. And then it's paining me because I don't want him to. I don't want him to be playing. I don't think we should be using him right now. He's still young and developing. But we're that desperate, and again, it feels like we're falling into the old traps of before, like when certain players came through. We were desperate. We had so many injuries. We're bringing youth academy players through because we need him, and we need players in the squad. I just don't want him to get overhyped too soon. And you know what? When we're taking positives away, I said it there. Look, we have got positive. The defence, I think, solid. De Ligt, monster of a man. Yoro's getting better. Agate is just consistent. Bruno is salvaging the team. And we've had Chido come on and show us that we have actually got someone who can play a number 9 role properly, albeit for 52 minutes. But and that's 52 minutes now for Robbie Martin in a United shirt. Plus his 20 that he got, 20 plus he got against Everton as well. He's starting to stack up. He's starting to get more and more time. So I feel like this is only going to be more and more confident for him. And when he bullied the defender that time in the game when he was on, I thought, you know what? Moments like that will give him a little bit of a confidence lift as well. And he knows that he can mix it in a game like that, in that intense environment. I think he's only going to grow from here. And like I said, I don't think he is going to be continuously in. I think when everyone's fit, he maybe drops into the under-21s again. But just nurse this guy through properly, and he has got talent there. I feel, that can be utilised when necessary. And I think that's what we've got to look at above anything else. In terms of the marks that we've just gone through, Bruno does take star player, man of the match. His stats and performance today rated him at about a 9 out of 10. Let me know if you think that is right or not. Let's get a few more comments in from everyone. Chido's more likely than Rasmus to score our next goal. I agree with that. Garnacho wasteful again. Greedy boy looking for personal glory instead of glory for the team, says Kieran. Anthony says Obi positions himself the way a proper 9 should. Highland looks completely lost at the moment. I think he'll be moved on in the summer. Yep, true. Very interested with Obi. Have to be careful with him, though. Let's be honest, though. We have a few players out there that are greedy and too individualistic. Yep. Pedal says everybody needs to calm down. Performance wasn't bad. Penalties are based on luck. Performance was shit, mate. Come on. Let's be real. I said it in my vlog there. There were times in that second half where United looked like they're down tools. If it wasn't for Bruno Fernandes, then we don't create anything. Simply like the first half was dire. It really was. United were in control of the game. They looked like the better team. But we weren't creating anything. And then it started to get scrappier, and about 30 minutes in, Fulham started coming into the game, and then we had one switch-off moment from a set-piece, and we're up against it yet again. It keeps on happening. It's the same thing week in, week out with United. Good moments, can't finish the ball, other team scores, and we start to dip. And then it's salvage mode again, and in comes Bruno Fernandes. We could have been fully looking at 3 games in a row there where we've come from behind and shown a little bit of character, because we did show character in that game to get back in it there. It was a tough old game, but we blew it. We don't take our chances. We don't create enough chances to take in the first place, but that is United right now. And we are being forced into playing a 17-year-old to try and salvage something right now up front, and it's not fair on him. It really isn't. I was confused with the Euro substitution as well. He was playing well, in my opinion. I agree, Anthony. That was a weird one for me. I don't know what Ruben was doing. There's a lot of fans that I've seen, and you've seen it in the title there, United fans losing faith in Ruben Amorim. Are you losing faith in Amorim? Answer that in the questions right now in the comment section, please, everyone. Cheers for the 100 likes as well. Keep them coming in, everyone. Make sure that you have subscribed to Forever United TV, please, everyone. Make sure that you're fully up to date with everything going on at United. I've got you covered. We'll be back at 8 o'clock in the morning as well. So make sure that you're tuned in for that one. But yeah, Ruben Amorim, listening to a lot of fans, especially ones coming in on the radio as well, back home, listening to fans walking out of Old Trafford, starting to doubt Ruben Amorim now. Nothing is going right at all for him. I mean, nothing. The odd moments here and there in the season where we've actually salvaged something, we've actually got something out of a game, but consistently bad results and underperforming players. Surely we've got enough in the tank. We're not going to get relegated, we know that. But with every defeat, it just makes you doubt even more. And I think that's where a lot of the fans are at. I still stand by him, I do. I think United right now are just in a place where we just need to forget about the season and get into the summer. That's where we're at. And until we get there, I still just don't think we're going to get anything out of Ruben Amorim ball from this group of players. They have really let him down. Their capabilities have really been shown up by Ruben, what Ruben wants. And the demands of his football are making professional or so-called professional footballers look weak and look completely inept. It really does make them look that way. And there is a few of them sinking with this right now. I still back Ruben Amorim 100%. And I think the problems are bigger than just what is happening right now on the pitch. Again, a lot of this kind of needs to happen. But then you're worried that United will not be able to bring in the right type of players if we don't get into Europe next season. And that today took a massive dent. United out of the FA Cup and one avenue back into the Europa League gone. The whole season is now resting on Europe. And we go into this Thursday away to Real Sociedad with what looks like a knackered and injury-ravaged football team who is in shit form. I'm trying to think how we can get a win out of it, but let's see. Fingers crossed that we get some good news with injuries this week. It's not too bad. The players recover tomorrow, and we go again. And we look forward to seeing what we can produce in Europe on Thursday evening. I don't know. But that is it for now. That's your player rating and everything else from the game, Ruben's press conference and reaction to it. I'll be back with more aftermath, obviously, in the morning. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more late night reports as well. So let's get like in a video on the way out. Let's get obviously. As well, make sure you have subscribed to Forever United TV. I'll see you all in the morning. Until then, try and have a good rest of the evening. Go get some sleep it off, and we'll go again. And we'll look again at whatever's happening tomorrow around Manchester United. And hopefully, like I said, we've got some decent injury updates as well. But for now, that is it. United are out the FA Cup. It's been a bad day again for Manchester United. Get your comments in below. Go and check out the vlogs from myself and Jay straight after the game. They're up on the channel now as well, everybody. Thank you for all of your comments and all of your interactions throughout the content through the day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Cheers.